The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
One of the people that I knew, a very, very fine individual, from the time that I was young, something happened. He didn't get married. What a wonderful man. Alla milas, every quality he had. And he got older. One time, there was a person that came from Eretz Yisrael, a very fine young man. And the young man came and he needed medical attention. So he came specifically to the United States. He didn't have anywhere to stay. So my friend, from the time that I was young, the great Reuven, said, he can stay by me. I have a one-room apartment, but there's plenty of space. I would be happy to have the schus. I want the privilege and the merit, the mitzvah, to have him. And so he did. And this young man moved into his apartment for months. Reuven took care of this young man. He saw to it that he had rides back and forth to the hospital. He saw to it that he had all the food that he needed and the drinks that he needed. He saw to it that it was completely quiet when this young man needed to rest. He was moser nefesh for this young man while he was here. Baruch Hashem, the young man had a refuah shalema. When he was leaving, he didn't know how to thank Reuven. He said, Ein milim, it's impossible for me to thank you. I cannot do anything for you. I have no money. I cannot buy you a gift. There is only one thing that I could do. When I go back to Eretz Yisrael, I will go to one of the Mekomos HaKadoshim, and I will daven for you, that you should find a zivug. Reuven said, at this point in my life, do I even think that there's a zivug for me? I'm a lost case. I'm a lost case. Forget it. Daven for yourself. Pray for yourself that you'll get a zivug. The young man said, Chas v'shalom, al tityaesh. Never despair. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to daven for you. You gave me my life. And so the young man goes to Eretz Yisrael. And he finds himself in the Tivot. Al Yad, the kever of the great Baba Sali, Zechuso Yogen Oleinu. And he stands there and he cries. He cries for Reuven, for all the chesed that he did, for his Mesiras Nefesh. He begs Hashem, please, find for him a zivug. There has to be somebody in this world, Borei Olam. Reuven gets a call on his telephone. The first call of this sort that he's had in months, even years. It's a shadchan. There is a woman that is visiting from the western United States. She heard about him and would be interested in meeting to discuss the possibility of going out. Reuven was hesitant. He thought to himself, what's the use at this point? But the shadchan was very encouraging. And the shadchan gave him the inspiration that he needed. And he did meet this woman. It wasn't even 2 months later that they stood under the chuppah together. It was calculated that the day after the young man stood at the kever of Baba Sali was the day that he got the call from the shadchan. How important it is that a person should be mispalel for their friends, for their neighbors, for their relatives, for all of Klal Yisrael.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org